Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is lesson 586. The title of today's lesson is the difference between on the weekend, over the weekend, and at the weekend. Okay, somebody wants a screenshot, do it right now. Okay, let's get right to it. All right, this is a request video, so there is some confusion with some students, like, is there any difference between these three? So let's cover it. All three phrases can refer to the period from Friday night through Saturday and Sunday, so there's definitely crossover there. Well, let's continue. On the weekend usually refers to something that will take place during this period. It usually refers to one or more points over this period, and it just may be 1 point. So that's one of the key things to think about right away. When we say on the weekend, it does not necessarily mean continuously through the whole weekend. It could just be a point here or a point there that something happens on the weekend. It's also important to note we also use the plural form on weekends in a general sense, referring to things that one does or occurs on most weekends. All right, good. So we say on weekends, it sounds like it happens every weekend or almost every weekend. So it's good to note that as well. That's a different use. All right, now over the weekend. Over the weekend clearly means during the weekend. So a lot of times when we say over, it means during. So it's kind of covering the whole time span. We may even more likely use it if it will happen during more than one day and possibly all three. So again, even though there is crossover, over kind of suggests that it's more likely to be through the whole thing. All right, let's continue. At the weekend is mostly a British use and is used the same way as on the weekend in American English. British also use the plural general sense at weekends in the same way that Americans use on weekends. Okay, and we got 8 examples here to show just how this is used. Here's the first one. I am going to take one day on the weekend to fix some things around the house. Yeah, so again, that's the point. It'll probably just be one day. It'll probably be just Saturday or Sunday. Again, it's not continuously through the whole thing. So you might be a little more likely to use on the weekend. All right, number 2. I am planning to catch that movie on the weekend, but I have not decided if I will go on Saturday or Sunday. So again, it's probably just at one point. Again, it suggests that you're a little more likely to use on the weekend if it's just going to be a single point or something like that. Number 3, I am planning a getaway vacation to that city. I am going to be there over the weekend. Now, obviously, you're visiting a place, so you'll be there the entire time. So you'll be there definitely Saturday and Sunday. Maybe you even left Friday night. Who knows? So you're continuously there through the whole period. Again, then you are a little more likely to use over the weekend. All right, let's continue. Over the weekend, I need to cram for my finals because they are next week. Yeah, again, this suggests that you might be studying all 3 days. You probably start studying Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday because, you know, you might have 3-4 finals the next week and you have to prepare for them. So it sounds like you'll be doing it continuously through the weekend, or at least most of the time during the weekend. All right, let's continue. That student will stay in his dorm room during the week, but he usually goes home on weekends. All right, now this is the general sense. This suggests every weekend. So nearly every weekend he goes home. All right, let's continue. Number 6, he is a workaholic. He even works on weekends. Again, this suggests either all weekends or most weekends. If you say on weekends, it's a general sense. It's a regular thing that happens. Remember, where over the weekend does not have to be, it could just be for this weekend, or on the weekend could just be for this weekend. All right, he plans on going to that museum at the weekend. Again, this is just simply the British use, the same way Americans use on the weekend. So he's probably just going to go to the museum just one day or for a few hours. So again, Americans will more likely use on the weekend, and the British will use at the weekend. That restaurant is always busy at weekends. All right, so in the same sense as on weekends in American English, this is the general sense in the plural where it's probably most weekends or nearly all weekends. Okay, anyway, I hope that helped. I hope now you got a better sense of when you might be more likely to use one than the other. Okay, thank you for your time. Bye-bye.